going on? Welcome to the studio, McFarland's Corner, where you get a free fishing report, public free fishing report about Lake Fork. Northeast Texas world famous fishery, Lake Fork. How about that? I'm Mike McFarland, your host. Before we get into this Thursday's report, prepping you for this weekend, I want to give a big shout out to Texas Insider Fishing Report. The Texas Insider Fishing Report is broadcast on television. It starts here in April, and it's every week show that is filmed live with 6 guides statewide, 3 coastal and 3 intercoastal. So you get saltwater, freshwater fishing reports, and we film every week, and then every weekend, Friday and Saturday, you see those shows come out on Valley Sports, and I believe it's fox.net. But as that gets closer here in April and we actually start having the shows air, I'll let you know more about it. Texas Insider Fishing Report. There's also Florida Insider Fishing Report. But being part of the team is just a very big blessing for McFarland Fishing. Second is going to be J. Hodge Chevrolet out of Sulphur Springs. Big shout out to J. Hodge Chevrolet, J. Hodge himself, his crew, Bill Owens, general manager. I love those guys. If you're looking for good service or you want to get a new vehicle, trade in your old vehicle, check out J. Hodge Chevrolet, Sulphur Springs. Now let's talk some fishing. Man, is the lake changing so fast. Okay, we are 40276 holding pretty darn stable. This is what's changing. A week ago today, I was fishing with a couple from Japan. All the way from Japan, they came here on their honeymoon to fish a dream of theirs here on Lake Fork. And the water that we fished was 51 to 52 degrees. 54 was the warmest I found. Today we're 61 in the main lake, some places 62, and 67 in the immediate adjacent backwaters. You can even find warmer water if you go up north. So with that big change, warm trending that fast, the fish are spawning. There's no doubt about it. The males are all over the shallows in less than 2 feet of water. The backs of the coves, you got to find the little sheltered pockets in the backs of the creeks where there's pencil reeds and buckbrush and grasses, and it could be a little bit of alligator grass coming to life. But just find green. Anything green means go this time of year. So the fresh little nips and things in the backs that are growing. The key is that they're shallower than you think, less than 2 feet of water. And some of them are close to deep water and some of them are not. Some of them are really far back in that shallow water where you almost feel like I shouldn't go back there. We're too shallow. You keep going and you'll run into some of those fish. Most of them are males. Fortunately, Lake Fork grows males up to 5-6 pounds, so you can run into some pretty big males in some of those areas. They're waiting on the females. To catch those males, some of the best baits are going to be your typical stuff, swim jigs that go through that really well. Cincos. Cinco is the #1 bait right now on the lake, catching most of the shallow water fish, either wacky style or Texas rig Cinco. You can always Texas rig a creature bait, just go and flip all the little junk in pockets and cover some water until you get some bites, and then focus on that water and spend more time in those specific areas that you found fish. Topwater bite. That's a little bit here and there too. A great time when the water's 60 degrees. Fish can be very, very active. Big fish don't like things in their area when they're picking spawning grounds. Topwater's obnoxious. They can see it. They can hear it. Topwaters are very good also, used properly. We're fixing to rain. Tonight we're going to rain. It's Thursday. This is filmed, by the way, on Thursday and usually airs by Friday. So tonight we will rain, tomorrow on Friday we will rain. Depending on how much rain we actually get, could change things. If it's heavy flooding rain and the lake floods, and it could change water clarity, probably won't change temperature too much. But by the weekend, you should expect some really good fishing here on Lake Fork in the shallow waters. You can actually, in some areas, east side, you might find fish on beds. Literally paired up on beds. Not just the males on beds, but pairs of fish on beds this weekend. East side. Forward imaging. Most of the really big fish, as you saw in the Bassmasters Elite, the top 10 were all offshore. They were all forward imaging. Those really big females, fillets, just haven't moved in. the majority of them haven't moved in. Maybe a very small percentage have gone in, but a majority of them are still out on the points. They're still out in the open bays, suspending offshore in the trees. Your best bait for those are going to be jerk baits and a fluke or a fish style, I don't want to call it a swim bait because it's not, a 1/4 ounce darter head or round head with a fluke on it is going to be your best bet, used in combination with face forward imaging. And you're going to see the fish, target the fish, throw to the fish, manipulate the fish, and catch the fish. It's not that easy. Not that easy at all. It's got a lot of controversy to it right now, but it is a learned, practice, and learned and earned skill. All 99 of the elite anglers had that on their boat. If they didn't, it's their own fault. I'm sure they did. And only, a very small percentage of them have perfected it and gotten good with it. That says something about it itself. It's another tool that you must learn how to use. So the forward imaging wise, offshore stuff, it's the way to really catch the most big fish in a day, and you're not going to expect a lot of bites. You're going to put your head down and go to work. Overall, though, again, great shape, 3 inches below full pool, water temperatures right where the fish spawn, spring is here, and Lake Fork is really kicking off. Well, let's see what else I can give you. How about some crappie on Lake Fork, all right, with Jackie Wiggins. Jackie Wiggins says that the crappie fishing on Lake Fork has been really good this past week. We are seeing fish from 1 to 2 foot deep, even all the way out to still 32 feet, meaning a lot of them, just like the bass, have not come in. The fish are still out in that, not winter water, they're on their way migrating in. Most of the fish that Jackie's focusing on are in 10 to 18 feet of water. That's the range, 10 to 18 foot, and they're holding on timber and brush piles. They're having to cover a lot of water to get a 50 fish day, which he works really hard, and I don't know any other guy out there that works any harder than he does to fill that limit, that 50 fish day for 2 people. It still seems to be the dirty water in the shallow north ends of the lake is where he's finding the best. Due to those water conditions, we're holding baits. Due to those water conditions, we are holding baits on fish longer before we see reactions mostly. All baits are working right now, so use minnows, soft plastics, hand-tied jigs. They're still seeing the best shallow bite in the last few hours of the day. The exact same thing happens with the largemouths. The bass move up in the evenings and at night, especially with a moon. Jackie also throws in a catfish report. He said the catfish continue to stack around the cormorant roosting trees. That's the black diving bird. If you'll find in the north end where those birds nest, the trees that they nest in, the cormorant only digests about 40 to 50% of the food they eat. They eat fish, so they're pooping out raw fish. Under those trees where all that fresh raw fish is hitting, you get a lot of brim, you get a lot of junk, and you get a lot of catfish. So if you'll look for those trees early in the morning or late in the day to identify the trees, and then go fish those trees. The best seem to be in 13 to 20 feet near creek channels. If you'll bait those trees with cattle cubes or sour maize, then you'll keep those fish there longer, and you can really clean up. So that's kind of the catfish report. That's the Lake Fork report that I've got for you. Remember, just kind of go fishing in the spring. Chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, square bills, those are all great search baits. You can just kind of go fishing along, and you're very liable to run into some decent fish. When they move in, they're susceptible to hit any of those type of baits. If you really want to know the juice, if you want to know exactly what's happening, for example, I was on the water today with clients, and we were throwing some pretty specific, special baits, targeting big fish only. If you want to know some of those other patterns, you want to know what we call the juice. The colors, for example, I told you Cinco's in the shallow. If you want to know the best color, if you want to know the locations of where to go right now to go catch fish on Lake Fork, then I'm inviting you to come subscribe to my members-only channel. It's in the description below this video. It's real simple. Click out of the video, look in the description, and click on members only. Follow the procedure. It's $5 a month will make you a subscriber. $5 a month. I'm holding a bag of baits, 6-cent baits that cost more than that. All right. In this bag of baits is a specific color of, it's called a Ned fry. That's best right now on the lake. All right. If I tell you this color, you'll go buy this bait. It costs more than the $5 subscription. In the members only channel, not only do you get 8 fishing reports, much more detailed than the public reports, but I give you reports on multiple lakes in the area from 5 other fishing guides. We include a report on Lake Athens, Lake Welsh, O.H. Ivy, Possum Kingdom, Palestine, Ray Hubbard, Towakani, and Levon. 5 different guides give me information on the Northeast Texas lakes. So please, again, you want more information, you want more detail than you get here publicly, come on over to our members only channel. We'd love to have you. Again, look in the description below, click on the members only link, follow the procedures. Super easy. Other than that, again, big shout out to Texas Insider Fishing Report, J. Hod Chevrolet, Skeeter Bass Boats, Diamond Sports Marine, Yamaha Engines, Texas Insider Fishing Report, Florida Insider Fishing Report, Abu Garcia, Berkeley, Power Pole, Bass Assassin, Bajío Sunglasses, Tight Lines UV, Lake Fork Trophy Lures, Impact Lures, Sandtone Lures, Real Time Rods Magic Reaction, Lake Fork Marina, Go Fish Lures, Steve's Custom Prop Shop, The Original Rod Socks, Sign Shop, Burning Stump Lodge, Lake Fork Resort, Murphy's Law Sport Fishing out of Florida, Jamie's Restaurant in Lake Fork Marina, best food on the lake, and oh my, you must try the pie. Tackle Co-op, about ready to open up soon. Tackle Co-op is going to be a really cool place where you can find local tackle, not big commercial tackle, local handmade tackle and things like that. Jamie's Jacked Up Design, and forever and always, Lucas Oil, and Protect the Harvest. I wish y'all great fishing. Hit the like button if you found this good. Comment below, and I'll see you on the water. Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide.